Hi guys, it's a gorgeous morning here in Melbourne at the moment. Melbourne, Australia that is, not Melbourne, America. And I'm in the garden having a walk around. This is my quince tree. Probably too much fruit for those skinny little branches. But we'll leave it. And what I did here, down, that's Remy and that's Rosie and my crazy dogs. This is where the apple tree was, which I have moved. I've stuck it in a pot. I'll show you. And yes, we've got a nice big water tank. It gets us through the hot summer months, together with recycling the water from the washing machine. Summer's just around the corner and the tank's full, and hopefully will stay that way with a bit of rain. Well, I moved the worm farm to a better spot, and I think they're in there. Where are you? Anyway, they are in there. Let's see. Get out of there, these dogs. They're under that leaf. Okay, I've been busy, crazy Krista, because if we move in a few years, which is all got to do with situation in our health, but if everything's good and we do move, I've decided that my trees are coming with me. So I have installed a water system with a drip hose, but I've stuck it up in the air because I have dogs that like to chew and destroy everything, but they're not going to get a hold of this. So it goes all around the garden, and it's tied to poles so it won't slide down. Hang on, it goes all the way down the back over to that ornamental cherry. There's all the different pots, and mostly fruit trees, but this is the one that I really wanted to make sure I could take with me. That's my apple tree, and we moved it about, I dug it up about 3 weeks ago while it was still fairly dormant, and it hasn't lost its blossoms, not yet anyway. So it's doing well. There's no bees today. Must be too cold. The other day it was covered. And here's the cherry tree. I dug that up a week ago, and it's not real happy, but I think it'll survive if we don't get any heat and it manages to grow some more leaves. In the meantime, it certainly won't get any fruit. Not that it ever has. It's a very strange cherry tree. But anyway, we will try. So what have we got? We've got apple trees, and they're only small, so they didn't even notice that they'd been moved. And I think the pear tree was dead before I moved it, but we'll leave it and see. And over here I've got feijoas. Possums are bad around here, and they like to taste them just before they're ready to eat. But we've got a few flowers, a few buds, and a couple of flowers in there. So the tree's got a fair few buds on it. And it's got another one right next to it. So we'll see what happens. So I'm just a mum that gardens. I'm not a horticulturalist. I garden and I can food or bottle food. And I experiment. So I've got my hugel culture pots, and the logs, they're on top there just to stop the dogs from digging because they're very bad. But in the bottom of each pot I've put a couple of logs and wood chips and soil, and then I've done the same on top. So anyway, it can't hurt to try. We'll see. I think it'll help because the wood in the bottom of the pots will collect moisture and help the trees along through the summer. But we will see. And the garden's looking really good at the moment. And there's my shed. Love my shed. Rightio, I'll just quickly show you my beds. They're all doing well. And there's the carrots that I planted, and the other two beds are doing just as well. At the back, cucumbers, and of course lots of strawberries. And all my citrus are just exploding with flowers. So hopefully they'll manage to turn into fruit. And my almond trees covered. Something pretty. And you can see there my grapes are doing well. And the kale, I think there's about 5 or 6 of them. They're all doing well. We're going to be eating some of that tonight, I think. And there's the beans and some leeks. It's a bit shady, you might not be able to see it. There's a few more leeks, almost ready to eat. And the potatoes, I've got them growing all over the place. And look at this. Let's hope the cockatoos stay away because there's hundreds of almonds on this tree. And I'd like to be able to eat them. There's another bed. It's got carrots, leeks in it. And it's the raspberry patch. Gone mad. It's everywhere. But that doesn't matter. It's gone a bit crazy. Another apple tree, column apple tree. I've got 2 of those. So it's doing pretty good this year. There's a zucchini down there. Who knows? There's broccolini. It's doing okay. One's doing well. And the other one is just looking a bit scrawny. Well, it's probably the best time of the year. Garden's looking very lush. That's spring onions and garlic in there. And my little pots, strawberries, grapes again. So it's the best time of year around here. Anyway, you can catch me on Facebook or in my group, Aussie Meets American Canners from Garden to Jar, or on my page, She's a Bottler. Cat cages, keeps the cats out. Messy. Shame on the bottler.